Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby, and today I'm going to be asking for your help. And that is because Wargaming are running a competition where they're trying to get people like me, their community contributors, to encourage their audiences to come back to World of Tanks. If they've been inactive, use their bonus code, and they're going to reward the community contributors with bucket loads of gold. 100,000 gold for first place, which of course I want to try and get my hands on. But instead of pocketing the gold myself, I'm going to use it to be able to run a load of challenges to give away to all of you, the World of Tanks community. And so if you haven't played World of Tanks in at least 30 days and you're on the EU server, sorry the rest of the world, it's EU server only, much to my begrudgment, and you want to help me win that 100,000 gold to be able to give back to the World of Tanks community, then redeem the code WBQuickyBaby, or alternatively, you can click the link in the description down below or in a pinned comment, which will automatically add it, where you can log into your account and you can redeem it. After that, to make sure it counts, you're going to have to log into the game. But as far as I'm aware, you don't even have to play, unless, of course, you want to. Now, there are a few little sweet things about using this code if you haven't played in a while as well, that you're going to get rentals of some very powerful premiums. And also, considering that Wargaming are running an event right now called Summer Presents, where they're giving away premium time and premium tanks just for logging into the game, as well as being able to get some crew members, you're certainly not going to be slumming it without premium time. However, ladies and gents, boys and girls, I want to be very transparent about this. While I would love you all to come back and to help me out by using the bonus code so I can get this mountain of gold to be able to run some fun challenges and hopefully make some interesting YouTube videos from it. If you haven't played World of Tanks for 30 days, you probably quit the game. And if you've quit the game, you're going to have most likely a good reason to not be playing it. And World of Tanks currently is in no better position than it has been in the past. And so if you quit the game because it was too much of a grind, the game is more grindy than ever before. If you quit the game because there were overpowered tier 10 tanks, or there were lots of premium overpowered vehicles that were just farming you, yeah, they're still in the game as well. If you quit the game because it was pay to win and it was costing too much money to be able to play, to be able to be competitive, I mean, that's a tricky one to be able to try and argue against. Or if you're playing something else and you're just really enjoying it, then keep going. Keep doing what you're doing if you feel like you're in a good position and you're having fun. And I'd like to finish by just saying a big thank you to all of you. It's been an absolute pleasure to be dedicated to this game and to this community since 2012. Since I started, it's always been a goal of mine to be able to help everybody to play the game better, or to maybe make better decisions with their purchases inside the game. And whether you choose to redeem the code and then log in for the first time in a very long time or not, big thank you to all of you for being a part of this community for its current 9-year history. And yeah, a massive thank you to everyone who is going to try and help out so that I can try and win that 100,000 gold to be able to give back to my community. All right, with all of that said and done, I can't let you not have some gameplay on a Friday as well. So let's have a quick rip and tear through the enemy team. In the one, the only, it's the Badger. So while I've just asked all of you to help me, trust me, the enemy team after this game, they should be asking for help from me right now while I'm playing the Badger. And that's because this thing is going to just go on an absolute onslaught in possibly one of the quickest high damage games that I have been able to achieve. Why is that? Well, because the Badger is the perfect frontal tank destroyer. Great frontal armor, 3,388 base DPM that you can get up to about the 4,500 mark when you're equipping it with good crew skills, when you got yourself some pudding and tea, when you got yourself your bounty rammo, you got yourself your bounty vents, which I do use on this tank. So keep everything in front of you and just keep tearing through the enemy team. All right, so we're going to have a bit of an awkward situation here at the start of the game where there's a Conqueror and a Patton. I kind of go up close behind the Patton, and then look at this. Nice guy Patton decides to actually reverse out the way. So I say thank you to them, and then the Patton presses affirmative back. Like, that's some considerate World of Tanks right there at the start. Just slowly, casually get to the side as probably the most dangerous tank inside World of Tanks to sit out in front of for even short periods of time. Just scurries through up the slope to be able to start to hound the IS-7 and the 257. Can you believe the alpha damage on this vehicle of 480, considering how good that rate of fire is? Our rate of fire is probably getting down to a reload of maybe kind of about 6 or 7 seconds in a vehicle like this. Our rate of fire is probably starting to push up to 7.5, about 8 rounds a minute in this vehicle, which is truly terrifying. The fact that you're firing as quick as many of the tier 10 medium tanks do, but you just have 480 alpha damage instead of the 390 or so that they will be able to have, allows the Badger to just do outrageous things. And yeah, with all of the damage that the Badger's putting out in this game, I'm hoping that all of you are going to have that kind of an impact in the leaderboard as well, right? Oh dear. Just drop it, QuickyBaby, and just focus on what is in front of you, and that is a very unlucky object. 7772. You can see I was almost chuckling there, going ho ho ho, because this is really like the last thing that you ever want to sit out in front of, especially when it catches your tracks just like that. The 60 TP looks to the side. I guess they use their repair kit, but there's almost not really even too much point of using a repair kit against this vehicle when you're caught out in the open like that, because it's just going to hound you. And I guess I get to fire about 3 shots for every time the 60 TP fires at me. And luckily, because I bucked the front of my tank up there over the little mound in front of us, we even managed to ricochet the 750 damage the 60 TP was going to do with us. I'm trying to aim at the weak point down the side of the 60 TP there, with our APCR rounds on this vehicle having 320 millimeters of penetration. We're easily able to go through those kind of side weak points. And in this scenario, it's just about locking down the IS-7. It's about using the outrageous 10 degrees of gun depression this vehicle has to work a ridgeline. And in this scenario, you're just not really meant to fight this tank. We are 3.5 minutes into this game of World of Tanks, and we're up to 6,600 damage. That's including the moment where we were having like the nice little chill with the pattern, right? Imagine if that pattern had let me through a little bit quicker, maybe we'd be up to like 7 or 7,500 damage. But that is what this tank does. Once you amplify the damage per minute on this vehicle and you get into these kind of dream scenarios, oh dear, dream scenarios I say as I actually bounce off the E3. So that E3 has 1,800 hit points, and we are down to 142. Uh-oh, has my time come? What are we going to go for? The damage? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Hope he fluffs the shot, and he does. We repair, and now we're going to put round after round into their lower plate, showing this E3 that while they might have the all-round upper hull protection, and they've also got definitely a better lower plate than the Badger does, and better side armor as well, they don't have that DPM. And 4.5 minutes into this battle, we're up to 8,500 damage here. This definitely is the honey badger of World of Tanks, right? The vehicle that doesn't give a darn. And unfortunately for me, it looks like my team was just a little bit too good. Although then again, with the amount of hit points that we have, I don't think we were really going to be able to do much in this battle anyway. With the artillery, first artillery going down, the standard B falling, and the fact that the Object 261 is going to get caught by the pesky light tank. Or are they? Are we going to catch them? No, we're not. So let's just sit there and look pretty in the Badger at the end of the game. Yeah, I couldn't make a full dedicated video to asking all of you to help me out and just try and get me 100,000 gold without at least getting 8,500 damage in record time in this unapologetic tier 10 British tank destroyer. So I think maybe that was the World of Tanks near 9,000 damage speed run. We get an ace tanker for the 1,332 base experience, and of course that kind of damage is going to get you a high caliber, but I did fire a lot of gold in this game. Maybe also trying to speed run spending nearly 70,000 credits in World of Tanks. But when you literally have to take out the entirety of 2 tier 10 heavy tanks in front of you before they whittle down your hit points, where one bounce could prove your grisly demise, I think we've got to go throw caution to the wind with regards to our credit expenditure in this game. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that's it for today. Once again, if you want to help me out and you haven't played World of Tanks in 30 days and you have a European server account, please consider using the code that you see here. Click through the link in the description or in the top of the comments. Activate the code before you log into the client, and you'll be helping me to be able to hopefully win that sweet 100,000 gold, which I will give back to the World of Tanks community in a series of challenges. Either way, have a fabulous weekend, whatever you decide to get up to. If that's playing the new Czechoslovakian heavy tanks in update 1.14, good luck to you. If you need a little bit of help, I've done a series of videos on the Czechoslovakian heavy tanks, so I can let you know what you're getting yourself into and where you should maybe invest your free experience. Or if you want to check them out live, I'm going to be streaming all weekend on twitch.tv/QuickyBaby with the new Czech auto-loading heavies. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.